Alright, this is the full story. On top of literally having jokes I'm saying for Zach in school, just to be a little energetic about the topic, alright? So, what I explained in the last video, alright? Literally, when I was telling you everything about, the defaults, with my family, the Beecham family, and how Uncle Tommy, doesn't support, teenage propaganda to a certain extent. I mean, he raps, but take it with a grain of salt. What I'm saying that what we're doing isn't working because we're doing a whole bunch of things confusing him, confusing the main character, Eris Moody, Gabai Budioto, alright? It's been on this earth that still has a thing for woodshop, right? Alright? So, what ends up happening, right, literally, is when all this freaking confusion, literally, is when you do things like, touch my laptop, literally, and why, my room is only partially dirty, but it's actually, really dirty, because what happened specifically, alright, literally, was I was supposed to, mop a certain area, alright, but, let's not get off topic. The main point behind this, alright, literally was, I left a lot of running gags behind, alright, it's the truth. Alright, literally, I'm gonna put it plain out there. I'm not in the mood because I was just saved, a big point by my meditation. Alright, now, when it comes to, literally, one of my favorite, past experiences with my mom, where it came to an actual 5150 just to be, civilized, alright? There are girls that like me that I kept, a common bond with, alright? And it was called the Casa Ronat Park. And that's literally where we have music videos on VH1. We're listening to, actually their remix of Umbrella, with Chris Brown, all right? And the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because those girls were all archetypal. One of those girls' name was Paige, all right? The other one was Kyle, not Kylie, but Kyle, all right? Literally, so I don't want you to make any jokes in this serious situation. Suck my balls, Kyle. This is Isagi speaking in the video, okay? All right? That's what ended up happening freshman year, literally, is that the three anticipated relationships between me, Alma, and Caleb Lott. There was another girl, and what happened was Tiffany was actually in the middle. She got mad because Alma was a superstar. They said, look at Tiffany. It's a serious video, all right? I don't want you to think literally because what you did know is that there was this guy named Walter Art who was he was the touchdown, he was the captain of the football team, all right? Literally, I think he was running back. Yeah, he was the big running back. All right. So what happened to Walter is you don't know that he shares the same name. Literally, with my dad, Sonny. Sonny's name is Walter Beggs Jr. All right, Walter Beggs Beecham Jr. And Grandpa, literally the one that grandma was Walter Beggs Beecham. Okay, literally, and what Walter means is a great person. I was supposed to make that video with editing on my channel, but the main point was this. Okay, so I played Battle City Yu-Gi-Oh! With, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. That was fucking Sage Gemini gas pedal bullshit. I can't take that shit. Yeah, but anyway, what I was about to say, literally, was I was about to make the Code Kips Next Door bridge, literally. I was about to have, multiple tries, literally, and then I was gonna fuse the file, that's one of them, right? Literally, I was really mad. Alright, so anyway, I was gonna play, that's fucking bullshit. Alright? So, the main thing is, oh, by the way, a good story, Lily. I get a mirage that literally my teacher's gonna be a girl that's short and Indian. Well, that could be any freaking person, but the principle behind that was when we had that battle with Drop It to the Clap back when I was a sophomore in high school, was the person who gave me that laptop, the short Indian person died. And there was also a short Indian person's right therapist that I fucking hear is fucking laughing at Mr. Pavley, alright, literally right now throughout all this shit, alright? Literally, I'm not afraid to fucking say it. The girl that almost gave me rabies was Kelsey, from Fortress, alright? I want to speak bad, literally, she's with the fucking meat, but the praying principle is that fucking blood works like a teenager. Oh, if he said, I said, but they back it up with a knife and gun. I'm like, bruh, you have to be mature. No fucking dad is literally gonna be caring of what people say all the fucking time. Literally all the way to a point where they only count a teenager instead of restricting and holding something back in order for, a default legitimate person to get a good win. Alright? So anyway, I was about to say about City Yu-Gi-Oh! After, whenever I established how Blue Lock is a blood anime, Rio's part, was coming up, and I couldn't catch it because it was going in and out, but I can catch the gist of it and what it means because you diluted it, alright? Because whenever I recognized that Rio is purple, alright? So what ends up happening is that, you infuriate me with the game. So I go back to Dizzler, I play, Battle City Yu-Gi-Oh! When Yu-Gi fought Kaiba in the tournament, alright? So what ends up happening, alright? with that match, all right? It's not a good match of Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally, but it is good to pronounce, all right? So literally, it's fucking, that's Obelisk the Tormentor versus Slifer the Sky Dragon, all right? So anyway, I played Battle City to set them up, literally, and then what I did was I played my Cupid Doll A and B with fucking Alexis. Let's look up Cupid on my channel, literally, it's not that complicated, but literally, the point is, literally, you're bugging me like fucking Thursday, letting these girls go and not say that I don't have a high school problem. I have a high school problem. Uncle Tommy should call out way more shit. He calls out the main thing, you stupid retards, literally. And so, what I end up saying, overall, literally, was this nigga saw me play Yu-Gi-Oh! The company, and I was actually Zane before. So I'm like, fuck you. Literally, if I have to muster all my straight through laws of the universe, it's not even fucking funny. Literally, you see how literally they're fucking complaining because I didn't buy a video game. Why did he buy a video game? Because obviously, fucking literally, fucking it's a first of the month. There's no reason to. Literally, it did fucking they get me again because I have to pay for school. Literally, and I guess what happens in the first of the month. Literally, and so I'm just praying, to God. All right, literally that my hard work and determination, all right? Literally, so what happens, with Jessica's showing me bad love, but, Rose is still immature, and I have ring gangs with Kansas and shit, and they're complaining that my fucking children really bought the county with, I'm not having my children be validated until I'm at later ages, all right? They're there, then that's not there, in front of my dead family, all right? And they're stupid. They're fucking completely stupid. Uncle Tommy said himself when he was alive, back when the American dad was still kicking. Literally, it's not like is there a grown-ass man or anything fucking cooking me fish and shit. I'm done. All right? Literally, roses, ooh, I'm done. All right? I don't want to fucking go there because you just ran the fucking Chris. Literally, we all know all we need is some fucking treasons, right? Literally, now we run the Chris. We can't find treasons that small. It's stupid. It's completely fucking stupid, all right? Literally, then you run and did literally, I just realized right now, when you plugged in my laptop, it was the end of the universe. So it's fucking funny as fuck, all right? That's because you're weak and I'm strong. You try the same thing over and over again. That's why your blood makes you fucking crazy. That's what blood, a game mirror influences you to do. Is to pick this shit like, baby, we're not supposed to have, the only reason why you're partially right on paper, literally, and I'm here to tell you, you don't think you're partially right in order for a cop to, catch you? I'm done. And fucking, that was insane. So anyway, fucking, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm praying to God that, my laptop gets fixed and that, don't let my hard work, responsibility and determination be outrun by these teenage retards and literally stealing iPods, literally blaming you, literally when you actually had rough, literally when you were growing up as a teenager, literally it's like, because you're a fucking girl, so in freshman year they never gave you a break, all right? I want to speak on that, all right? I appreciate there was a bigger abbreviation for that last, comment in our last video. But so anyway, what I was about to say about 31 also in the other video, it's the reason why Jericho Break It Down, exists, is going on, still to this day. It's the reason why I did that is because it was a proper way to receive dopamine. How you gonna receive dopamine and unless it's more situation that lately revolves around your manipulation, and that's why lately people have been commenting, lately you're playing around with validation, so I don't want to talk about it, man. I want to just be respected lately. So what's gonna happen after this is I'm gonna end up skateboarding, get back in my hype. So I had to watch some Totally Spies, Life for Boys back to back, literally, even though I ran to 7 again, and guess who that's fucking retarded. Guess who was dancing with Jessica? Fucking Mandy, all right? Literally, so you kind of, and there's another thing, those short reels on YouTube, literally, there's gonna be Lisa Simpson literally riding a fucking a boat ride and shit, all right? Literally, I was about to laugh at like India, like and they didn't let me do it because they called out their dope me. I'm like, man, fuck out of here. Why do you think every time Eris fucking speaks, he talks about authority? Literally, you fucked around so much to a point. Literally, we got the dead life of fucking date. In the 4 years, you're supposed to get a job in front of your grandma after you pulled the spider string for a Cheesecake Factory. Fuck out of here. All right, but let me tell you, literally, the 3 girls that were on me on Twitter were Rosa, literally a girl with big titties, literally that was local around the area. All right, Jessica, the one that did have tits for grew tits over time. This for me, literally that share the Yu-Gi Motival riff, D Jessica from Disney that played up the fair, all right? Literally, and it was the third one, Vanessa, literally, who was like a country girl, literally, who had small titties, the perky titties, literally, that was there in the Hall of Fame in order for, for street strategy and pay up my balls, all right? That's where you can't put come versus come through me anymore, all right? Literally. And there was also Snow. I know Snow the product, literally, she's more mental than me, but guess what, literally, no matter how mental they fucking were, literally fucking, when she had a show, everybody wanted to pay for a fucking show at not 29, all right? Literally, so, you know what that means? That means stop playing around with sex, stop playing around with sex offender, let them catch you, literally, so people will play with your chains properly. Because what happens with Uncle Tom, literally, if something goes up, doesn't go down. I'm tired of that shit, motherfucker. It's done. It's horrendous, all right? It's true. That's why I wanted to let it go. Literally, that's what I run into. Literally, I'm telling you, man. It's the most retarded shit ever, you know? And you know, when that thing's fucking coming to life, literally, I'm walking down the street like fucking Iron Man, fucking superhero, literally, look at Big Five and shit, literally, you know what happened? Literally, they made a dead David on top of a real David in Big Five. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Literally, David, fuck out of here. I'm done. I achieve fucking big shit. Literally, you bring it down to little shit because you're selfish, all right? Literally. So it's one thing where it's a crime, but another thing is fucking stupid. That's why I said earlier, all right? That's why I'm 31. Literally, my fucking health literally is conflicting literally to what my mother's statement. Literally, so, you know, that's what I'm saying. Literally, I literally saw the importance of literally a full-on Asian kid, you know, going to full school, getting a full degree, literally, and I saw him die, literally, around 31, literally, because they ignored somebody I knew that it was another part of the message. I'm like, fuck out of here. It's both. All right, literally, I don't fucking, you know, part is, I listen to literally, why you think the most professional thing I saw, the Air Road died because of selfishness. Literally, we want to take advantage of our graphic design, this and that, and I'm done. Oh, green eye pure can't go to school for graphic design. I'm done. I'm done. Please understand, not only reply saying, literally, I don't support insane. Crying, literally, and guess what ends up happening? Now I can't feel bad, literally, if I do go to jail. You know why? I have less debt than everybody else. Literally, and so when that gets down, even though I still have less, literally, the only thing you get hit me with at that point is T-Mobile. But since you use my mental condition, we can't get to bigger things like T-Mobile, literally, and all the other shit because you're so stupid you are. Literally, that's what's stupid about a fucking gangster, all right? I'm done. So, you know, that's the majority. I used to play around with Jenny in my house, you know, while I listened to it, Click 5, but, you know, that's the gist, you know, and so hopefully, you know, nothing blows out of proportion, all right? But don't take that opportunity for me to properly say after I did what I did in the video, you know, just know, they know. I'm not trying to get in with no gang, I'm trying to start a fucking new, you know, fucking, I had, you know, eat a salad, you know, to fight somebody with rabies, all right? So, with that being said, the reality show started all over again, and, you know, and hopefully you understand, not only you don't mess with official information, as what my uncle did to me, because at the end of the day, you double in power, he said flat out, literally, we had to buy 2 candies after you were doing the main focus, supposedly, literally, I almost had to call 911 for a piece of candy, all right, and that's it.